welcome back again. This is Indiraa. All in grey today, all 50 shades of grey to go with my 50 shades of grey in my hair. But salons are opening soon, so I shall be looking glam on my next show. Well, Easter's just gone by. I hope you have an extremely exciting Easter. Well, I certainly did, and I don't want to look at another chocolate again in my life till tonight. So I thought I'd try and cut out the naughtiness with a little health. Now this can become as healthy or not healthy depending on what you want to do with this. If you remember last week, in case those who have missed it, please go back and do watch it. I asked you which came first, the chicken or the egg. Well, the egg came last week, so I thought it's got to be the chicken. So we're going to be doing chicken, but since I was feeling all grey today, I thought I'd Avocaddle. So let's do this. Now, the reason I picked this recipe was, of course, at this time I found that with all the lockdown and everything, everyone's home. And of course, that means having to think of a million different meals all the time, and it can be a bit difficult. So what I thought I'd do is do stuff that you can double up as either lunches or dinners, depending on what you serve it with. We tend to have a dinner with everybody together, but lunch you sort of come in between, because being a farm, people come in anywhere between 12 and 1:30 for their lunch. So with this, if you grill this and just leave it out, or bake it and leave it out, you can have this with a salad, have it with some crusty bread at lunchtime. And if you're not a carb junkie like I am, you probably have it with a salad or, you know, steamed vegetables, whatever. But at night, I would actually serve this with pasta or rice or, you know, anything you'd like to, with steamed vegetables or stir-fried vegetables. I was looking through the fridge, and I love avocado, and I started with the recipe, and then I landed up making some pickled avocado to go with this, because this is lovely with rice as well, and this is lovely on bread, on toast. And you know, they have the same old with avocado, where they crush it up and put some black pepper and garlic, olive oil, this, that and the other, and then plonk a poached egg on top, which is a lovely breakfast. But I was thinking, well, you know what? A little pickled avocado would go a long way as the side of a dish, side of a salad, with rice. And so I decided to make this alongside. So I'm going to carry on assembling this little dish, popping it in the oven, baking it for 20 minutes till the chicken's cooked through. You may have to take a little longer depending on the chicken. I've used chicken thighs and I've flattened them out. You will appreciate the fact that this can be eaten any time of the day, and honestly, that's really what we have to work towards at the moment, is trying to make food that's easy to cook, in this case assemble. So here we go. Let's get on with it then. Okay, so now it's chopping time. So I have a ripened avocado here. Now sometimes if they're overripe, you can use them up for baking. It's a lot easier. So here we have the 2 halves, which I am going to scoop out. Now remember, if you're leaving your avocado lying around, please put some lemon juice or something on it, or lime, to prevent it from going black. So that's my avocado. There you go. I've got some sun-dried tomatoes here, which I can chop. It doesn't have to be chopped too much because I've already bought them chopped. Now here again, depending on what sun-dried tomatoes you buy, if you don't want to use sun-dried tomatoes, you can use whatever you want, just a pasta sauce even. But I prefer it with this. It's a nice drier version of it. I've got some basil, which we will just get rid of those stems, pop that together. I have spring onions. I am a very big fan of spring onions. Actually, I'm a fan of food. That's another story. Through this whole pandemic, I've never been as fit as I am now. And I thought I would get lazier, but I eat so much now that I have no choice but to get fitter. But I enjoy it. Right, I'm going to assemble all this. I thought you could appreciate this avocado board of mine, which I think is rather cute. Also here are my thigh of chicken, but then you can use breast of chicken as well. I've used thigh because that's what I had in the fridge, but I did trim out a lot of the fat because I don't particularly like a lot of the fat. Right, now that we've got this and my little mozzarella cheese balls over here, and they're in olive oil. So I've got, this is basically what goes into it, and salt and pepper to taste. So now I'm going to assemble that for you. So let's do that. Well, there's one thing I've learned on this lockdown is talk of April Fools. I tell you what, look at this. There's no place like home. Well, in the last 2 days, we have had every season under the sun, but that's England all over. And yesterday I was out with my horses and it was snowing. Not once, but twice. The sun was shining. This morning I got up, my 50 shades of grey, because the sky was grey. And what do you think happened? The sun came out. So, highly unpredictable, but there you go, a little bit of fun. So there's no place like home, and there's nothing nicer than a nice piece of Snickers. So nothing nicer than a nice piece of chicken, in case you didn't get that bit. So here we have my chicken thighs flattened out. Now this is enough for 1 or 2 people, depending on what you want to serve it with, or if you're a big eater, then it's just 1 person. In this house, each person gets 2 pieces, just so you know. Now, underneath all of this, underneath the avocado, I put my spring onions and my sun-dried tomatoes. As I said, I try and get very easy recipes, only because I think all we do is either work or cook at home at the moment, so it's kind of boring in a way to do anything else. So easier the better, but at the same time you want it to be tasty, right? Now here my little mozzarella cheese balls are going in. Now I'm going to keep a couple of those for the outside as well. So those will be for the outside. And there's the oil that it was all marinating in, and that is going to be my oil for the cooking. You can add more depending on what you want. Here is my avocado, which is getting smashed on the top. There you go. Put on some more of that yummy cheese on top there, and a bit. As you can see, it's not smothered in all sorts of things you shouldn't have. So there they go, my little peppers are in there, and my sun-dried tomato, and on it, my basil. So there you go. This is pretty much almost ready. I'm going to rinse my hands and then salt and pepper it. Now, that's the salt. Remember, don't put too much salt if you have any issues with your health. Anyway, salt isn't great for you in too much of it anyway. Most things have their own salt, don't forget, naturally. So, and the pepper goes on. And I am going to pour on some oil from here. There you go. This is all set to go into my oven now. Now you can grill this or pan fry it. It's also very nice pan fried, but I'm going to pop it in there. So while my chicken's cooking in there for about 20 minutes, and make sure of course that it's cooked through, always check. You don't want it to be par cooked ever. I thought I would talk you through my pickled avocado. Please don't judge a thing like this till you've tried it. This I have put in vinegar. I've used apple cider vinegar. You don't have to, but I've used apple cider vinegar and boiling water, sugar, salt, peppercorns, chili flakes. I've put 1 green chili in there, 1 spring onion, 1 little clove of garlic there. You can see this. Now, while it's hot, you throw in your avocado, and this served with rice in a tortilla on toast, soda bread, it's yum. And on the side of any meats, it's very, very tasty, and with eggs as well. So as I said, don't judge it. Now here we have my very cute little avocado, and I am going to put my pickles in this and then pull out my chicken and serve them together. Now, that has come out of the oven, and as you can see, the avocado is nicely cooked through and the cheese is all gooey on the top with my sun-dried tomato in there. Now, if you like a bit of spice, just do it, you know, whatever you fancy in there. I've tried to keep the flavors fairly neutral. At the same time, there's not too much garlic and not too much of all the rest of it. Just kept it neutral, just a little spring onion. So now I'm going to plate this up. And on the side, I am putting my highly recommended avocado pickle. And I know a lot of people are going to wonder, but like I said, which came first, the chicken or the egg? In this case, the chicken came second. Now, I hope you enjoy watching the videos on IndiraasWorld, because I certainly enjoy making them, along with Seb, my producer, and I actually love doing what I'm doing at the moment, and hopefully it does impart a little bit of knowledge about healthy eating. And of course, I always go on about exercise, but I was actually, yesterday someone said on TV, I hate exercising, so I can't stand it when I listen about exercise. I felt very guilty, so I hope none of you feel, oh no, not again. But anyway, in case you don't subscribe to IndiraasWorld, please do. And if you do like this recipe, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, shh, don't say a word. You got it all.